and welcome to Selfie Torah. Are you ever driving on the highway and you find yourself drifting a little bit off to the right and you hit these rumble strips and they make these right, and you stop? If you're a kid watching this, I hope you haven't ever been driving on the highway, but certainly you've experienced rumble strips. They put them on the side of all highways, and it's actually a really great safety feature because now if you go drift a little bit too far off the road or fall asleep, it'll wake you up. Now, somewhere in the north of the Netherlands, in a region called Friesland, I think, if I'm pronouncing it right, they put in rumble strips that are not on the side of the road, but actually on the highway. And the way these rumble strips work is they don't make any sound normally, but if you drive over the speed limit, they play the national anthem. This is no joke, this is something real. I guess it's kind of like the way a music box works with different levels of pavement. And as you drive over it, if you go too fast, it plays the Friesland national anthem, which I think is a really cool idea because it reminds you that you're going too fast, but at the same time plays a lovely, wonderful tune. Great, could be the end of the story. Problem is the people who live on the side of the highway. People live in homes nearby. Cars driving by is one thing. But when a car is driving by and you're hearing the national anthem over and over and over, and it's 2 in the morning and a car is going really fast down the road, you hear the national anthem really fast. And if 2 cars are going different speed, they hear the national anthem at different speeds and different rates. These people are really annoyed and they've complained to the government and they're removing all these rumble strips. Now think about all the expense it would take to build and construct a highway in such a way that it plays the national anthem when you're driving a certain speed. The engineering feat is fantastic. Great idea. Yet, they fail to take into account the simple fact that there are people living nearby. And something that might work really well for you might negatively impact someone else. That's number one. Number two is that something that is a really good idea once, twice, 5 times, the more you do it, the more annoying it becomes. And I think that's something that we learn from this week's Torah portion, not in terms of being annoying, but the idea that when something is special, is unique, and you hear it once, see it once, that has a different effect on you than if you see it all the time. In the Holy Temple, the Beit HaMikdash, the Kohen Gadol, the greatest man, the religious leader, Aaron, the brother of Moshe, was the first one to do it. He was only allowed to enter the holiest spot once a year on Yom Kippur. Well, won't he take inspiration and grow and become a greater person from being there? Possibly. But if he does it too often, he won't respect and appreciate it as much. And in fact, during the times of the Beit HaMikdash, times of the temple, there was a rule that a person who entered through one gate had to exit through a different gate. Because if you see it again, it won't have the same effect on you. So let's keep that in mind and recognize that there are certain tools we have to help inspire us. But if we hear the same things over and over and over, sometimes we can end up not appreciating it, and sometimes you can just hear like annoying noise in our ears. So particularly, let's think about when we pray or when we study. Prayer is something that's really powerful. The fact that we are very repetitive when we pray often can possibly, if you're not careful, have the effect of making it just a drone that you don't pay much attention to or that means very little to you. So let's take the time to concentrate on the beautiful tune, on the meaningful words, and have an Agila Shabbat.